Hello, my lovely angels. Before we go into the readings, I just want to let you know that the giveaway is still going on. The details will be linked down below in the comments section. It will tell you everything of how to enter if you'd like a free personal reading with me. I'll be picking two people to win. So 2 people will be getting the readings, maybe more. I don't know yet how many winners there'll be, but I do want to let you know that it's still going on. The winner will be announced on the 1st of April. So I'm going to go straight into the readings. But again, that will all be down below in the comments section. If you want to check it out, feel free to ask questions. I'll answer them there. All right, let's dive into the readings. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. This will be for the week of the 25th going to the 31st of March, the last week of this month. And also there is a lunar eclipse happening this week as well on the 25th. So wherever Libra is in your chart, where depending on your rising sign, it's where it will impact you the most. But this is a really big time for, I would say, breakthroughs. Full moons anyways are really about cleansing. It's really about coming to a completion of something. It's an ending. Libra is all about balance. It's about partnerships. So maybe it's to do with people around you, business partnerships, relationships. It's also about bringing something to balance. Okay, so I feel like the way that this full moon will really be in this eclipse is going to be quite transformative for a lot of people, where you could be really discovering something, and things are coming to the surface so that you can kind of purge them, let them go, release them, to really kind of move forward with your life. So however that is in your whatever area of your life that is, really does depend on your rising sign, but it's big. This season is full of a lot of astrological stuff, so if you leave a like then maybe I will do a video on how that will impact you depending on your rising sign. Okay, but let's dive into your reading. All right, let's see for my lovely Aries. My lovely Aries, for this week we have a lot of oracle cards, by the way, and if you're interested in crystal necklaces, I know a really lovely lady who sells it on her Etsy store. I will link it down below. It's very cute and handmade, so we love that. All right, let's dive in. You have the 7th chakra. This is all about your crown chakra is opening. So this highlights here, Aries, that this week you're really going to feel quite connected to the universe, okay? Feeling like you're receiving a lot of messages, okay? The thoughts that you are having this week do definitely have meaning. They are divinely guided. Let's carry on here. You could be having more vivid dreams this week. Let's see. For Aries, you have 2, poised. This is really good when it comes down to manifesting in something for yourself. So you could actually be getting a lot of feelings, like you're very connected. So this could be feelings, thoughts. You just have this knowing that something is coming your way. The poised card is like, get ready. That star is really coming into fruition now. So your hopes, your dreams, your goals definitely are coming a lot closer. And you have peace this week, okay? This card can be about extending the olive branch, which we know means forgiveness. So for a lot of you, it doesn't mean that you are forgiving someone, letting them back into your life, but it does feel like you're reaching an understanding point of view when it comes down to a situation that may have disturbed your peace, okay? This actually could be to do with the astrological stuff, to be honest with you. It's an eclipse season, so yes. But whatever is happening, this peace that you're finding with a problem that you've been having is actually kind of opening you up more spiritually, connecting to yourself a lot more so that you can actually achieve your dreams. So finding peace in a situation does seem to actually bring something to fruition. So that's quite interesting. Let's carry on in your oracles. For my lovely Aries, you have quiet. All right, this says, I go into peaceful silence and I listen. So very similar to this 7th chakra, your crown chakra. The universe is talking to you. Make sure that you are very present enough to hear it, and also meditate. If you're meditating this week, then it definitely feels like you're really going to be getting a lot of transformational advice or messages, okay? Or awareness I'm hearing, Aries, this week. The base chakra, you have soulmate. Some significance around the people around you, whether this is in terms of love. All right, this can also be in terms of Soulmates could be people, family members. All right, there is maybe some forgiveness coming through in terms of your relationships and maybe the past relationships that you've had. There's something about it that's really important for you to move on or move forward, okay, or have something that you've been dreaming for, okay. It's coming from an awareness of the past and healing that wound that you may have to do with soulmates, so you can move forward. But I want to get one more. Instinct and perception. Okay, instinct is a card that represents that your inner knowing is already correct, okay, when it comes down to your path and your direction. Okay, even if you don't know the further future, you definitely know the next step, and it's about taking action on it. Don't second guess yourself. And in fact, there is a full moon behind here, so you guys could get some very vivid dreams around this eclipse season, and it's telling you something. And you also have perception. So that butterfly over here does represent transformation. You have 2 butterflies here. The story behind this card is really about the way that you perceived relationships is what I'm picking up on here, because you have the soulmates card and something to do with forgiveness. The way that we perceive soulmates is definitely changing. The perception card is also about seeing your present situation differently. Okay. All right, well, let's dive in. Let's see for my lovely Aries, what's the overall energy for them this week? The Knight of Cups and your feelings. The Knight of Cups is really about wearing your heart on your sleeve this week, Aries. So for a fire sign, you will be feeling more emotional, and that's completely normal and fine, given that it's eclipse season, it's the full moon. This week it will be impacting you, but in the sense that you are definitely feeling the emotions from a very in a very heartfelt way. I feel like this is kind of a card about forgiveness. It is a card about extending a loving offer. So whether that's someone around you who's extending an apology, or whether that is just you understanding something differently, it doesn't mean that you have to give someone the excuse for what they've done to you, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's old relationships. It's really about seeing something differently, going through those feelings and emotions so that you can actually move forward. The Knight of Cups, I always see that we have to go through those tricky feelings to get to that other side, to get to this unknown territory. So in order for your growth, like I said in the beginning, these messages are very consistent here from what I'm sensing, is that it's through maybe your present situation or your past, what you've already been through, what you already know. You kind of have to go through this emotional experience to get to the other side. I will clarify this though. Let's see, Knight of Cups, why is this here for Aries? The 4 of Wands, it definitely has to do with your relationships. Now, for some of you, you could be healing a wound with somebody that you are in a relationship with. Expect heartfelt messages here. The 4 of Wands can also be a card of engagement. All right, so whether that is something happening for you, whether it's a proposal happening, or whether, again, it's just you and somebody else really coming together. I'm hearing face to face, but it can just be you're seeing each other eye to eye. So if there has been any difficulties in your relationships, you're understanding it very much deeper, but it's coming from an emotional point of view, something that's kind of, you see this face, like what I'm doing is something that is very, I don't really want to say this, like it's a vulnerable place, it's a vulnerable position. So someone doesn't have to be a love interest, definitely is someone who you will be like building with, growing with, someone who will be in your life moving forward. It's a connected partnership here, so it's scary. I see a little bit of vulnerability coming through, but this is going to be a very vulnerable week, to be honest with you. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you guys this week. The Sun card. Okay, so it's a very good week. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck. It represents joy, it represents innocence, it represents like really happy feelings. Ecstasy almost is what I'm feeling here. So something that you're nervous about, being vulnerable in, whatever it could be. It could also be work opportunities, whatever it is. It does require vulnerability, but it's going to go perfectly fine. And I think you're being guided to do whatever this is. Again, it's a general reading, so it's not exactly clear on what it is, but it definitely is to do with being vulnerable, taking the steps forward, going through those icky emotions to get to the other side, which will have a very positive outcome, by the way. I definitely see something that you've been waiting for, hoping for, is definitely coming to fruition here. All right, let's see. Let's dive deeper. What is this Four of Wands? High Priestess is interesting. And the Three of Wands. Now, this is something that you've been waiting for or known was going to happen. So again, the Four of Wands can also just be a card of celebration, reaching a goal or something. The High Priestess, this is clearly something that you've been wanting, maybe felt like you were always gonna have, whether it's a person. Again, I don't know. It's not super clear just yet, but it definitely is something that I'm hearing, are prepared for. The High Priestess is really about the hidden knowledge, about your intuition, that hidden knowing. But Three of Wands is like waiting for this to happen, waiting to reach that point. And by the way, this kind of confirms that quiet card. Maybe it is something that you felt you were always going to have or achieve, or someone you was always going to be with. Like, this is a very clear sign that you are heading in the right direction. What your feeling is for you, it is. Sorry if you're gonna hear me like swallow just there. All right, I'm gonna go and clarify each of the oracles to dive deeper to these messages. So 7th chakra here, the crown chakra for Aries. 10 of Wands. This is interesting. So when it comes down to what you're being guided to hear from the universe, or to know the messages you're being spoken to about, the 10 of Wands is really about having gone through a lot. It's about kind of feeling overburdened or overworked, or exhausted energy, to be honest. It is a card of being very close to putting an end to that chapter that has been very challenging for you. Sometimes this card can be about baggage, so it's very likely maybe you're having certain dreams that are reminding you of certain things you might be unknowingly holding on to. This can also be again, just a really clear sign that your hard work that you've been putting a lot of effort towards is really coming into fruition very soon. You are going to see results of something and celebrate at the end of a very difficult chapter here. The Poised card, the Queen of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this could be really about a certain lifestyle that you guys are manifesting in, whether it's riches, whether it's just luxury, whether it's just being comfortable and stable in your life. This is a really clear sign that this is something that you're getting ready for and preparing for, or manifesting in. Okay. Be aware of your financial decisions. If you're wanting financial decisions, the Poise card is really about like, act as if it's coming already. And in that case, if you're wanting certain stability in your life, you're going to have to be grounded now. You can't be frivolous. If you're wanting stability, it's really about making sure that you're taking the efforts and the steps towards it. But if you are already doing that, then this is a very clear sign that there could be a financial opportunity coming your way, work opportunity, or a position where you will feel very stable, okay, from your hard work and efforts. All right, let's see the Peace card. Okay, you have the Three of Swords. So this is where peace is needed. Clearly there's something that still hurts you. A little bit of heartache, a little bit of pain coming through here. I will clarify this here. 2 of Cups here as well. So again, could be a partnership or someone that you had a lot of trust in. Someone that you supported may have betrayed you or hurt you in some way. Let's clarify 3 of Swords. The 2 of Cups, it just came back out. They said what they said. All right, so this is definitely to do with another person. And you have the 9 of Swords. So this is something that makes you very worried, something that keeps you up at night. Can I ask what caused this 3 of Swords? The Moon, and something else came out, but it's hidden. The 5 of Swords. This is some sort of disagreement or argument. The Moon, I don't know why I'm hearing that maybe somebody just completely switched up on you, like started acting differently. The Moon is kind of like secrecy or hidden things or hidden feelings. Sometimes this combination can kind of be a little bit like resentment, holding in resentment and starting to act differently without actually telling you. 5 of Swords is a disagreement, it's an argument. Okay, and maybe a little bit of like bad intentions with the Moon card, you can see. Or acting from their shadow self, okay, whatever that means to you guys. Okay, someone's coming from a darker place, or someone's not being completely clear about why they're acting, why they're doing something. Okay, just be aware of this in whatever area of your life this will be in. This is clearly something that's on your mind at the moment, something that makes you, if this is a past event, again, it's still something that you're like, what the hell, like, why did this happen, why did they say that? Okay, right. It's very likely because of Five of Swords, you're having to take away the Three Swords with you. I mean, it could be something that you're regretting, and whatever that means. It doesn't mean that you've done anything, but sometimes we regret the way that we handled something, or the things that we said, or I wish I did something differently. It's really about finding peace within yourself as well, Aries, and dealing with that and going, actually, I forgive myself. I didn't know any better at the time, or I didn't know what someone was hiding from me, or whatever it is. Maybe you came from your shadow self. And that's okay, because when we look at that, we can actually understand the triggers, and we can actually heal that by hating on yourself about it, or telling yourself you're a bad person, or not being able to forgive yourself and holding in guilt will only fester and keep there and stay there in the shadows. Okay, these come up for a reason to heal it, and definitely within this week it's coming up for a reason. All right, let's see how long we're going on here. All right, 15 minutes, not that bad. Let's look at the Quiet card. The Ace of Pentacles. All right, which is good. This could actually be a financial opportunity. It kind of feels like with the... Sorry. That's just the postman ringing everyone's bell. The Quiet card, because it's a card about meditation and finding like a little bit of solitude to really connect with yourself. The Ace of Pentacles coming through, it feels like an idea to make more money, a new stream of income, maybe something to expand a business if you already have one. This is a very divinely guided idea. And again, a lot of your messages coming through really say that there is something that you need to do. You're being guided for a reason, and the plans that you see before you are divinely guided as well. So an Ace of Pentacles is a new financial opportunity, or something that is going to be very stable and fruitful for you in the long term, is going to be made known to you through quiet meditation, or just time alone. Could be very beneficial to you to starting something very solid and grounded. Soulmate, Justice coming through. That's that Libra full moon. We have the moon here, we have a Justice coming through. So again, it's about bringing fairness and balance and truth to a situation. Okay, that Justice card is unbiased. It completely is okay by the truth, not by opinions. This is the fair outcome coming through for you when it comes down to that. Again, could be a card of forgiveness. It doesn't necessarily feel like there is like, that's it, we're gonna get married, whatever. I don't know your situation and this, whatever this area of your life is. 9 of Wands is telling me you're still wounded by it. There is still something that makes you feel like you cannot trust this person, and maybe that's valid and that's okay. But Justice is really about forgiving the situation so that you can actually move forward with your life. Yeah, 10 of Swords is here. The 9 of Wands, you have the Emperor here. So this could be an old boss or someone of authority. It could be a father figure, whoever it is. The 10 of Swords is about an ending. You're still hurt about how something ended, but Justice is really about closing the cycle. As you can see, you're still hurt because you're still looking at it. And I think sometimes we look at very traumatic or difficult experiences as a reminder not to go back to it, but you're not. You're moving forward from it. And a really good way of closing a cycle spiritually is really by, okay, I'm moving on, I'm letting it go. I don't need to remind myself of what happened and repeat that story, because 1, it's only affecting me, and 2, because I'm not going that way anymore. I'm not going backwards, I'm going forwards. All right, when you make that shift, I do really see that you, in terms of your stability, your work life, your financial stability, that's all moving forward, and you're able to embrace it a lot more because you're no longer looking at what's hurt you. You're looking at your future and what you're gaining. I'm going to do instinct and perception together. 9 of Cups. Your instincts is going to definitely take you to where it is that you want to go with the 9 of Cups. That's wish fulfillment, by the way. So you already know within you what's going to lead you to your goals, what's going to lead you towards happy feelings and fulfillment. Okay, and your wishes coming through. Now, with the 9 of Cups as well, with the perception card, I think it's really important to just remind ourselves of you know, the Nine of Cups can sometimes be a card of overindulgence. So make sure that you're actually enjoying the things that you're gaining for yourself. A lot of the time, Aries, you're very ambitious anyways. You could be thinking, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? But perception is also about understanding that where you are is better than you might think about it if you're waiting for the next thing or wishing for the next thing. Okay, so make sure you are also embracing what you have in the meantime. But there we go, my angels. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Have a very amazing week ahead. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know. Give it a like, subscribe if you want to come back next week. There is still a giveaway going on. I should have played the thing in the beginning of this if I forgot or not, but the details will be down below, as well as if you want to get a lovely crystal necklace or any crystals, then I will link that very lovely store down below. All right, I love you guys. Wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right,